It's an administrative region of northern Italy comprising the historical regions of Emilia and Romagna.
Oh, here we go. As we set up for
Its
the formation lap.
capital is Bologna, and it has an area of over 22,000 square kilometers.
You ever had fried bologna? Ooh, fried bologna.
I believe that that is the food that that region was named after.
I was curious. Nobody just thinks bologna. I would like to meet the man that made up the word bologna.
Yeah, William Bologna, first of his name, meat
Like,
connoisseur. He died of meat sweats.
sweats. Alrighty, so we're just going around the formation lap here.
Apparently, those tires are plenty warm on that Ferrari. No swerving to be found here.
Well, interesting he went with the softs. Dorsey behind him on the mediums. I have a feeling most of them went for mediums. It is only an 11 lap race though, but so far I'm seeing just about everybody on mediums except for the gentleman on pole.
What tires would you have started the race on?
I mean 11 laps. If I'm the pole sitter, I'd probably play it safe and go mediums. I want my tires to last. If I'm down at the bottom, I might try something for softs just because our sprint setup is set up how it was in 2022. So, however the top 10 are, that's how they will start the next race. So I would have tried to move a few spots upwards if I could.
Makes sense to me. I think I'd do the same. You know, I'd seen one idiot start a race on intermediates once when it was dry with no rain to be seen. You ever
Well,
seen
that's
anything
not.
as crazy as that?
I have not, but I can tell you one thing: I would not blame the driver, as we already have our first disqualification, captain and titanium. Looks like they do
Well, you
not know how
tried,
to set
guys.
up. Looks like they don't know how to set up in their pit box, or sorry,
We'll
the
see
box
you
on
in
the
the
track.
interviews. And Sub for Lime disqualified.
That's
Captain
an
disqualified from P3.
that's interesting. See how this gets going.
All right, let's see the lights.
3, 4, 5, and off we go.
Lights
As
out
he's a
and
little
away
squirrely.
we go.
And here we are. Dorsey already passed by captain.
Here's the
Going into
section I
turn
was talking
one.
about earlier. Too wide is very brave here. And some contact.
Looks like titanium has gone down a little bit. 2 Red Bulls have gone down.
Dorsey holding on to that last podium spot right now.
Yep. Bit of a gap between him and Force, so not too much to worry about behind him.
Hope to have that pressure off. He can focus ahead.
Yep. Langley has already pulled out a second on captain. So it looks like those soft tires are working well for him in the beginning here.
They are lighting up. Let's see how they last.
Obviously no DRS within the first couple laps here.
There's a good toe down that first straightaway. You can get a great run into that second corner. But we saw
Ooh,
George
drag
Russell
king
nearly.
and... Oh, we
Oh
got an
no.
incident.
A double DNF.
Yep, Drag King and El Chris, the Red Bull and McLaren. Come to a head. Looks like it was at turn 1. We do have a virtual safety car.
That AlphaTauri is missing a wing.
Yes, he is. Wonder what he did wrong. He may have been a part of this. I know he was off.
That is Branito Supreme. Trundling along in 14th place, the last running car now.
Yep. Well, this VSC, it is over now.
Back to racing. You know, the Ferrari loves to see incidents like that, hoping to help him milk those tires a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm sure he would have liked the VSC just a little bit longer. We do have Dorsey with a good toe down the front straight. Just keeps it behind Captain for now. I think he's going to wait for that DRS next go around.
Yep, Mercedes looks trimmed out. I think with DRS, he's going to make that an easy pass. Let's take a run down the whole grid. Where's everyone running?
We do got Squish making a move on Henny.
Oh!
Down the inside. That was a good move from the McLaren. With the McLaren and Red Bull of Drag King and El Chris getting themselves out, we got the Red Bull and McLaren of Squish and Henny battling in it for the 10th and 9th positions here. Squish getting the better of them there. We'll go down to Dorsey here as they're going to have DRS coming up. See if he can make that pass on Captain. Yep, he's going to plow to.
Slingshot engaged.
Oh, yeah, he's already ahead of him as we come down. Easy enough move.
Let's see how he can defend from the DRS the next time around.
Spasquash making a move on Little Mo down that same straight with DRS. Squish also getting ahead of the Alfa Romeo of Supreme. That DRS can be very powerful down there, but Supreme holding on to the back of him.
You know, I'm surprised to see the two Supremes not driving for the same team. Think there's an inter-family struggle there? Can't get along?
You know, you would think so, but last week I talked to him, as we have Henny retiring from the race, full-on safety car.
Ooh.
Get down to Brownito, see if we can catch up, see what we find. It looks like everybody's moving still.
Henny parked up. What happened to the other Red Bull?
I don't see, unless they got it off the track pretty quickly.
Car must be in the stands. I hope the spectators are okay.
It's one of the things about these older tracks is they've had to build up the safety around them. Car going as fast as these can, they can just hit one little issue with another car and go flying into the stands. It can be dangerous, but Red Bull's nowhere to be seen, so we got a double DNF from Red Bull. Not a good day for Red Bull today.
I imagine Christian's going to pound some Red Bull vodkas in sorrow right now.
Well, it helps when you're married to a Spice Girl, I'll tell you that much.
Which of the Spice Girls is your favorite, Everett?
I'm a Posh Spice fan.
Okay.
Yep. That's the one that married the soccer player. Am I right? Beckham.
I think that is correct.
That's the one that tickles my fancy. What about you? You a sporty Spice? She's a little too manly for my taste, but hey,
Monday through Friday.
I'll tell you who the safety car helps out, though. It's definitely Lingy. in the soft tires. He's loving this. Looks like we're going to go one more lap around.
You know, I hear Lance Stroll contracted to drive the safety car next year.
Well, if his father was smart, he would get somebody else in there. Just because he's your son doesn't mean he's good at driving a race car.
Lawrence should be finishing up the paperwork to adopt Fernando here by the end of the year, I think.
Trying to see if we can get either the Red Bulls or Drag King in our interview here. See if we can get any update from them. See what happened, but nothing on the chat. They may still be talking to their race directors, their team head of teams, figuring out what went wrong.
Possibly in the trackside medical center.
Yep. Looks like we do have a
Long
safety car.
cleanup here.
Safety car is coming in this lap.
Good, they've got the blood cleaned up from the stands, it looks like. They're ready to go racing.
Rub some dirt on it, people. This is racing.
Pepto Bismol.
As we come to the restart. Langley going around the last corner. Let's see when he decides to take off.
Punching it as late as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want to give anyone behind that drag.
And he's off.
That toe down to turn number 2.
Looks like Dorsey might be under some fire here. He's got Captain and Spasquash right behind him.
Making that Mercedes wide.
Yep. And keeps him behind him. Now let's see if he can catch up to Langley. See if he still has some life left in them soft tires.
It's a sub for Lime, stealing the last points paying spot from Young King.
They're all on the line right now. Everybody gonna get a nice toe down this front straight when they all come around. Brownino. Looks like Young King is dropping to some spots.
Wonder if that Aston Martin's having some issues.
Well, they started the year off super hot, and then they decided to, what seems like, swap cars with the McLarens. McLarens have jumped them. As we got Sub for Lime, J Supreme, and Squish all right there with one another.
That is a fast section to be that close together.
See if they can keep it clean here. Do have DRS enabled. As Supreme pulls out to the left of Squish with the toe. But Squish keeping him. Oh, Supreme has got him. Let's see what happens down here at turn 1.
This is the same kind of setup that George Russell and Bottas came together on at this corner years back.
Yeah, Russell being a little bitch. Blaming everything on Bottas.
Someone needs to lay hands on that guy's head.
We do have Dorsey within 4/10 of the leader. Looks like those softs may be falling off. Dorsey stays here, will get some DRS.
It's going to have 2 laps to make it happen.
Titanium with a 3-second time penalty. Somebody can't keep it on the track. Dorsey's wing comes open. Gaining, coming up to turn 1. Nope. Just a little bit too far back.
I think he's going to wait until the last lap to try to lead. It's a hard track that if you get around the guy ahead, you give him the advantage to come back to you the following lap. Let's see what he does this next time around. Little Milk making his way up. I think we just saw a pass on Little Mo. Who do you think is smaller, Nick or Mo?
I'm going to go with Lil Milk because his name is Lil, whereas Little Mo actually put Little. Anybody who does little instead of the actual word little is just a small person.
I completely agree with your logic.
Alright, we come around the penultimate, and then the final corner, Dorsey within 4/10. Coming down this front straight, back wing goes open.
I think he's going to push it here, Everett.
Yep. As he goes to the outside, as Laney tries to defend. Dorsey.
Oh, into the grass.
Dorsey has taken the lead spot.
He makes it stick.
And there is a 3-second gap. Oh, as Sasquatch goes off the track.
Spanquanch?
Spanquanch. Captain gets ahead of him.
The Aston Martin Rally program, though, is off to a swimming start.
Yep.
I know who I'd pick for that driver. Spanquanch.
Final points position here, still pretty close. Let's see if anybody can make a try here around the final lap as Dorsey has pulled out 1.6 from Lingy. He's comfortably ahead. And then they got 3 seconds.
Tires are falling off.
Lingy goes off track a little bit.
Oh! Captain off the track as well. Needs to hold it together to this last sector of corners to keep that Spanquanch behind him.
Alright, as we come up to our final points. And we have Squish in 10th, Titanium 9th, Supreme, Sub for Lime, Little Mo, and Little Milk. Our winner today in the sprint race of 11 laps was Dorsey, making that move stick on the last lap. What do you think about that move?
You know, that's the way you want to see it won right there. He waited till the last lap and knew that he'd be able to keep everyone behind him after that. So that was smart play by Dave. And I have to imagine he's looking forward to that Jennifer Lopez kiss up there on the top step of the podium.
Kisses for my penny.
Taco, burrito, for my baby.
So we have Dorsey in first, Lingy in second, Captain third, Spanquanch fourth, Little Milk fifth, Little Mo, 6th. Sub for Lime, 7th. J Supreme, 8th. That is your points. We did have Titanium and Squish round out the top 10. Not a great day for the Red Bull, as we had a double DNF from the Red Bull.
I have to imagine Christian's in the garage busting some chops right now. He needs his boys doing more than that.
Yeah, when you're in a car like the Red Bull, there's just no excuse. One mistake, sure, but to have a double DNF when you're in a car like that, that can so easily win you races. It's got to be disappointing.